Tucker Veltkamp. I am entrepreneurial, very entrepreneurial. I started a Top Sandwich Company back in November 2015, and we've grown to 3 stores. And yeah, it's been awesome. Back in the day, I was basically making every sandwich at Tops, and I was kind of a sitting duck behind the counter where salespeople would just come after me because they knew I was right there. I was very easily accessible, and it was rough. It was really rough. And Andrew was one of them, but he was when I got a little smarter and I got away from like that sitting duck position. And Andrew would come in again and again, and Danielle would tell me, my wife would keep telling me, this guy Andrew Newman keeps looking for you. I'm like, I don't want to be sold anything. Like, I already got killed last year because everyone was trying to sell me something. It's hard to say no. So I actually avoided Andrew Newman for a long time. And then finally, it's like, no, he's just trying to build a relationship. So I called him back, and that was probably like 2016. And since then, man, we've just really hit it off. He is a fantastic guy, great community advocate, and we share a lot of things in common, things that we're doing, things that we care about, believe in, things like that. His company and team, I would just say top notch, man. Family driven, focused, community oriented, punctual, high quality, high level communication. I mean, all these things, they really hit every level that you could possibly hit. And I've watched very closely Andrew build this, and I understand why it is all those things that I just said, because he's been very intentional about making it those things. He's reinvested a lot of money back into his company, back into his people, back into education, and he's literally designed it in a way where it's going to be a Class A company because that's how it was brought up. Andrew, he's just the type of guy that'll do anything for anyone, take his shirt off his back to help somebody, and that's how he runs his company as well. He's honest, genuine, punctual. I mean, just an all-around really great dude that does a lot for our community. I think what attracts people to Newman Restoration is having a strong leader like Andrew is very important. But also he's just chosen to be so community oriented that's a big selling point. He's made so many connections, and how he's made those connections is he's done things for a lot of different people. He's helped a lot of different people. He's made a lot of connections. A lot of the times the connections he makes, he's not asking for a single thing for years. He's just doing things for people without being asked for a long period of time. And that's the reputation that he's built, is doing things without an expectation of getting something in return. And that's a great way to build sales. Believe it or not, you'd think it'd be the other way, where you gotta ask for business. But no, if you can be patient like he has and just do things for people without expecting something in return, the business does come back in time in a big way. And that's the reputation he has. This goes back probably 8-9 years, where when I'm doing something in the community, if I call him, he's on board. When he's doing something in the community, he calls me, I'm on board. So we really just help each other when we're doing things that create an impact on the local community that we're in. The most recent one, is I am co-chairing Relay for Life this year, and I knew, the relationship I have with Andrew I could lean on, and those are the relationships. Andrew Newman is a good example of the relationships that I have that make me a valuable chair, and a chair is the leader of Relay for Life this year, the organizer. A relationship with Andrew Newman, it's a valuable thing because he's willing to help in a big way. He's well connected, and he's gracious with his time and energy, and he's willing to give it back to the community, which is amazing. Newman Restoration, it's a company you don't think about until you really need. You know what I mean? Because yeah, normally it's when disaster strikes, you think about them. So not everyone, I mean, one way that everyone can be a patron of Newman Restoration is like carpet cleaning, some of their regular ongoing services. But their disaster restoration side of it is a very big part of the company. So, I've never heard anyone really, for that matter, that's had a disaster and thought of Newman first that's had anything negative to say. I've actually never heard anything negative. Yeah, I haven't heard any negative feedback from a past customer, and I haven't heard any negative feedback from a potential new customer. I think, you can't be scared to do the work when it needs to be done. Like, the timing matters on these disaster restoration situations. Like, if you're scared, you're only hurting yourself. Like, you gotta call sooner rather than later. And yeah, if you're not like well researched into disaster restoration companies in town, you're kind of gambling a little bit. But with Newman, he's been around a really long time, and it goes a long way. What I just said, that it's really hard to find anything. I've never found anything negative about their service or their company. Like, it's all been positive. Everybody that I know that I've referred over the years that's used Newman Restoration has been happy with it, and like 5 stars happy. Like, not like, here's the one feedback I'd give. It's all been really raving reviews for Newman Restoration.